original title last minute. uh, oh my god. Give me the electroshock therapy. Call me. I'm not. Lynx, are you okay? Herman gonna hook me out with an extra Crimson Red 40. Gotta expand my bankery. So, Lynx, I don't even know how to respond half the time to some of the shit you say. Oh my god. So, who's excited for the Grimoire tomorrow? We get another vote tomorrow, and it's, I don't know. From what I've seen, I think it's gonna be a good vote. I don't know anymore. The most I've seen recently for DVD is just people complaining about the new map. Hi, Darth. Which, to a degree, I understand. The weird thing about this map, though, and I'm going to keep saying it, is that it's... RPD is one of my favorite maps in the game. And the reason why it's one of my favorites is because it's static. Because you can actually learn the map. Right? The problem with this new map is that because it's so new, and because it is very harsh on killers, I feel like even once we learn it, it's not going to be a good map. And that sucks. Because I have no problem with maps being survivor-sided. In my opinion, I've said this so many times that I feel like maps need to be survivor-sided. At least a little bit. Because that's all they have to work with is the map, realistically speaking. Because if the map isn't survivor-sided, then this killer just steamrolls the match. I really wish they would stop giving me notifications as if I have any notifications. In what way? What do you mean by the RPD treatment? In what way? Because if you mean cutting in half, no. Dear God, no. Oh, you get this at 25, huh? Oh, that's kind of cool. If you mean in terms of cutting in half or whatever, no. God, no. If you mean in terms of, like, will it get, like, readjusted somehow with, like, walls getting cut down? I don't know. I think, because, like, last night I was having trouble on it, even with Kursu, because we did only play a couple matches. But there was a lot of moments where my brain was thinking of how the building would be laid out, and it was not laid out the way my brain was thinking, and that was really confusing me. No, I don't think the map's big enough for that. The reason they did it to RPD is because it was literally the biggest map in the game. Just a reminder... Oh, Lynx, thank you. Do you have any killers or builds in mind for your 2 games? What was I gonna say? They, Yeah, just remember that RPD, the old version of RPD, is just a map in 2v8. That's how big it is. That's why they had to cut it in half. You know, the general rule of thumb with old RPD was just split it in half. Don't worry about one half of the map. You don't have never apologize for not being on stream. And Lynx, again, thank you for the $2. If you want those 2 games, just let me know what you want to play. Any killer, any build, I'll do whatever you want. The Sandman got the better. How dare you sleep? Don't do that. Don't sleep. No one likes people who sleep. I'd like 2 games of Big Daddy Herman himself. Okay. With Moldy Electrode. I don't even know what that one is. Increases the range by 2 meters. And Prostate Simulating Electrode? I didn't even know these were add-on names. Did you mean polished? Lynx, did you mean polished, not prostate? Which one did you mean? While you figure that out, I'll put on the perks. I can't. Batteries. Surge. And Languins? Languins. The blue one? Okay. Why moldy instead of just polish? Darth, do not put yourself... Don't do that. You do not have to be awake for all of my streams. You're fine. Fuck you guys. I like the look-see. I hate that the company that has a look-see makes me feel ashamed for using this skin. Oh, I have to individually go through and click... Oh, I mean, that sucks. I straight up didn't know polish was an add-on until now. Do you want me to use that or the other one? I can use the brown. I don't care. It's just... I cannot believe I actually have to click on these. God, that is annoying. Is Chucky still there? Oh my god. Use polished? Okay. Well, we'll get to the others when we get to them, chat. Okay, alright. Rapid batteries, jolts, and Langland. I mean, that's a pretty basic just run them down build, I guess. Oh, don't forget, chat. I think they're doing a stream, but don't forget there's a stream tomorrow from the devs and new Grimoire voting. I believe the Mori is one of the votes for tomorrow. I could be wrong. Man, I am surprisingly not seeing very much of the new guy. I really thought I would see some of him. I have yet to see him. I don't think he was in a single match yesterday, was he? What's his name? What's the new Survivor's name? I forget. Is it Young? It's Young, right? Ooh. Also, chat, I started my playthrough of Resident Evil Requiem. I am enjoying it. I have one criticism. And that's I feel like you don't play as Leon enough. Are you talking about Yoichi too? Sure. The idea is that you use haste to help confirm down with shock, surge just for regression, and languid to stop exhaustion. Using Mindbringer, but Vigil is here to stay. Yeah, I would say languid is just more consistent. Because they need to get shards or cells to unlock him. Maybe. I don't know. I thought most people were like me and they just bought everything with cells anyways. I never buy the chapters for the money. I just get the cells and buy them. That's why I don't have a lot of the like charms you get with the chapters. To be clear, I'm in the creator program, so I did not buy Mr. Young. I was given him. I was about to say, there ain't no fucking way. We pre-dropping that at 5, bro? First chase? First chase, pre-drop at 5. That's insane, Daryl. That's a fucking insane move right there. Did you read the voice lines? I have not. I couldn't find them. Are they in the document? Is that where they are? I thought they were still on the page. One there, one there, one there. What? What? Where'd it? What? Huh? She just fucking... What? Oh, you were brave, whoever this is. She's gonna take me away from it too. Oh, that's a fun setup. You guys see what I mean, by the way, about, like, I don't, like, feel like the buildings work the way they should? Good shit. I can't believe she made that window, by the way. She makes that too? They gotta remove that window. That was fucking insane. That window right there in particular. That was a pallet into a window. Like, within, like, 10 feet of each other. That works for me. I cannot believe I'm in range for Surge there. Might be running self-preservation. Oh, wait, does that work on when you're hit? No, no, she had scratch marks before. Oh, no, I know what she's running. She's running Dance with Me. "15-second cooldown on Dance with Me," by the way. There are so many strong palettes and windows on this map, it's honestly shocking. You know what else is shocking? That, apparently. Dance with me on this map is actually kind of nuts. I say it all the time, man. I am scared when people realize how good Dance with Me actually is. I thought the pallet was there. For those that don't know what Dance With Me does, by the way, Dance With Me, whenever you vault, with Dance With Me, your scratch marks are gone for the next, I think it's 5 seconds. Quick and Quiet's good too, but it doesn't suppress your scratch marks. It just does the noise notification. Still do stuff? Yeah, they do. A lot of people don't really like them that much anymore after the NFT scandal. Which, fair enough. Are you in the locker? There's no way you're in the locker, right? Okay. This is a legitimate question. Are scratch marks bugged on this map? Yeah, like right here's a good example. Like every fiber of my being is telling me it worked out, but every fiber of my being is telling me that that part of that window or that building should be open. So I keep doing stupid shit like that. Gotta go for Yui. I played that the worst possible way, but it still came out on top. It's fine. Oh, it is. It's 100% a nightmare to play against. That's why I'm glad no one realizes how good Dance With Me is right now. Then we got the Badham fence, but you can't see over it. Oh my god. And this leads into that pallet? And sprinting after 50 seconds, the best rap build. Again, it's a rap build. No, Dance With Me got buffed. I don't remember the patch, but it got buffed a little while ago. And every time I see it, I make a comment about how stupid it is. And no one believes me. No one ever believes me. Throwing Vigil and now you're cooking with Greasy. It's fucking insane. I think I hate builds like that more than... Well, Daryl, you done fucked up. Yeah, I think I hate builds like that more than I hate gen builds. At least gen builds, the match is over quick. Dance with me just makes you feel stupid. I don't remember if she had a med kit or if they... Oh, she didn't have a med kit. The fact that you were able to chain that back into itself is so dumb. But I'll take the 3K. Who was it? It was Thalita, right? We'll check. I can always promise you it was Dance With Me. That's why her scratch marks disappeared when she vaulted. Oh, she went for Hatch. It looks cool. It does. It looks amazing. I will not deny that, but it's a fucking nightmare to play on. Yeah, she's probably looking for Hatch. I probably have a daily to kick pallets. Thalita gets out. Like, it's fine. Again, I'm not one of those people that's like hungry for... I must 4K. Nah, I got my 3K. We're good. Nah, she's on the other door. Nah. I probably could have landed that, couldn't I? Nah, still out of range. Where is Mina? I'll show you where Mina is. Dance with me. Yep, it's Dance with me. Fuck. This is a perk no one talks about that I think is extremely annoying. Oh, man. Oh, and Daryl are quick and quiet. Whenever you fax exit a locker, medium vault or fast vault, you leave no scratch marks for 5 seconds, goes on a cooldown for 15. On a map where you lose line of sight constantly, that's fucking insanely good. Mina. Mina's right here, chat. She's right there. Look at her. She's great. Also, it's, in my opinion, the best Mori in the game. That is so extra that it doesn't need to be. Yeah, I'm the look-see from Crypt TV. I don't know. Like I said, I think the new map is fine. I just think I think it needs either they need to remove some of the windows, open up some of the buildings, or remove some of the pallets. One of those needs to be done. Mina should have been her own killer. No. I would not want that because then people would complain. It should have. Here's why Mina shouldn't have been her own killer. You know why Mina shouldn't have been her own killer? I'll give you one big reason as to why. If Mina was her own killer, everyone would be saying she should have just been the trickster rework. That's why it shouldn't have been her own, or she shouldn't have been her own killer. This fucking skin, though. They did such a good job with this skin, though. That's the first time you've seen the Mori, really? Yeah, again, if Crypt TV didn't get into NFT stuff, I think I'd still like them, but, you know, I bought the skin before all that was happening. Again, I don't even know what they're doing these days. I would rather them make their own character for that, though. Not just have it be female trickster. Whether you're not the only one, a lot of people have stopped kind of playing the game recently. I can name at least 10 people off the top of my head I know of who uninstalled the game. But no, I don't think Mina should have been her own killer. I don't think it's worth the... I don't know, it's just not worth it for what would probably just be like a homage to Trickster, or... It would just be Trickster, pretty much. Just his rework. Even if it was a different power, it would pretty much be like, well, why isn't this just what Trickster is? Why do you have a peacock butt? Because that was a skin. What is the lore of the Looksee? How do I explain the lore of the Looksee? It's like death. It's like it just like comes for you and kills you. It's hard to explain without just watching it. James A. Janice was in an episode with a Looksee. I would love, though, like a Monica style killer that's like fourth wall breaking and like somehow like messes with the code. I would love shit like that. She's literally Trickster. What do you mean too tied to Trickster? Okay, technically speaking, it's not him, but you know what I mean. I was gonna play today. I was gonna play off stream today. And then the server said no. So I was like, okay, fine. Whatever. I guess I don't want to play DVDs today. Wagasa people. Also, I might change my scratch mark color because blue scratch marks might not be the play for the neon blue and purple. Oh my god. Map. And there's a window there. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say this Fong is running Windows because she was running pallet to pallet pretty easily there. I mean, pre-dropping a God Palette actually makes a lot of sense. Like, that pre-drop I'm fine with. Fuck. There's nothing at the soup store, though. That's good. So the reason I didn't capitalize on that was I was genuinely surprised he was going to make that window. Boil over? Are you fucking shitting me? We do the boil over shuffle. We're good. Boop. So travel go first. Yeah, again, like the art team for Dead by Daylight, they nail it every time. This shit looks good. It's impressive. It's amazing. I can't wait to see what other stuff gets put on this map or on this realm. It's just the map sucks to play on as Killer. I don't think anyone had a flashlight, so I think I'm good. No. She didn't have that, though. That being said, just a reminder, from what we understand, the art team isn't behavior, from what we understand. Just remember that. She DC'd? Why? What? 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 Why? What did I do to cause the DC? I don't even understand. And now Lisa's done. Okay. I'm off to bed. Night, babe. Have a good one, babe. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Try to set another day up to play Resident Evil. Mr. Young, why haven't you healed? I do love, because of how this map works, I'm literally taking a sip of my vape with my mouse hand because there's nothing else I can do other than just hold forward here. Oh my god, are you shitting me? And there's a window there. Mild inconvenience. They got 2 gens done before I even moved. I'll try. What the new map is, who knows? And before someone says she quit for accessibility reasons, I'm all for that. But she quit like halfway through the match. Are we pre-dropping that? Okay. What's the most unhinged in-game chat? Honestly, most of them aren't really too unhinged. Unhinged. That's a good question. Unhinged, huh? I don't know who this person is, but they're injured. Boop. Reminds me of some Die of Death with the diabolical loops, like Blast Blade and T-Pop. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know what's in that garage, but I ain't opening it. I saw it. I know what happens in there. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, no, yeah. It's a FOM DC because of accessibility reasons. Perfectly cool with that. The issue is she DC'd halfway through the match, not at the start. You know? No, I don't play Roblox. I've told people this multiple times. I've tried playing Roblox, and I can't because it strains my eyes. It's the same reason I can't play Minecraft. Putting on Dead Hard just in case. Lisa, are you done? What are we doing here? I guess we're just done, guys. He shouldn't have decisive. Okay. I mean, probably. I mean, again, I can't play Minecraft because it hurts my eyes. I can't play, and I can't play most Roblox games because they hurt my eyes. Yeah, I can play Minecraft for maybe like an hour before my eyes start fucking glazing over. Well, I'm also not the biggest fan of Roblox in general. Ah, you'll be back. You'll be back to Minecraft. They all come back. Where's my play button? Let's see what the Fong was running to make her DC. What? What? Also, that's why the Lisa was... Okay. Left Behind Digital... What are these builds? Hmm. You can also buy diamond armor from villagers that defeats the whole purpose of mining. I think like a reason for something like that though is just to make it so people who don't do the whole mining thing and they're playing with their friends can have ways to get diamond armor. And if you back on my OP build, it works fine on the small map, but once you get on a larger map, I feel like it's going to struggle. And not having at least one comm add-on on Doctor really, really hurts. I feel like you need at least one of these. Not comm. Which one is it? What's one of the lowers? Detonation? Discipline. Yeah, at least one of the discipline add-ons. I feel like there was a lot of hits I missed out on just because I wasn't running just because I wasn't running discipline. They could just make it so you could buy it from a villager from like certain it just costs like in-game materials. But at that point I feel like it's at that point it feels pointless because then you could just go mine the armor anyways. Who cares? You know? I know some ASIM Roblox game got an update today. Yoshi was telling me about it. I just forget which one it was. Well, chat. Call me crazy. But I think I'm just running the worst today. What a fucking banger of a song, dude. Yeah, what had a fucking what had a beta set? Oh, Forsaken. Forsaken had a beta today or an update today. Ugh. Let's see how Pyramid Head does on this map. Also, Jen, am I dumb? Can't you just play on an older update? Isn't that an option in Minecraft? I thought you could, yeah, because I feel like I've heard videos about this where you can just play it on an older update. So I don't see the problem. That's perfect. That's like one of the best things a game that updates can ever do is let you play older versions of it. Hmm. Yeah, I don't see what the problem is. Just play the the update before the caves update. Wither just had a solution for that. I know, I saw Darth. Oh my god, green auras. What do you mean the gen still blocks it? Oh, that was good. Good dodge. I thought maybe she would stick to it. You don't make that. I was gonna say, I think I had a closer hook. This is gonna have to do. What gem are they doing this one? Was it just the middle one? Hmm. Where are we going? Where are we going, Quentin? Good dodge. Damn. Good dodges all around from this Quentin. Well, I just lose this match, don't I? See, like, here's a good example. Like, I feel like... I mean, that worked out. That 100% worked out in my favor. But, like, I feel like there should be an opening right here so I can get to the other side. You know? Good dodge, mate. That was tilt. Because I have French on, and Sable's voice changes in French too. Damn. Flared it. Ooh, if I had... Oh, that was like the one very rare instance. I thought for a second he'd just keep holding W. See, it's moments like that where I'm like, man, fucking... I have a feeling he is dead hard, by the way. I haven't seen Sprint Burst or Light from him yet. I'm breaking this. I can't believe I had to break a Pallidus Pyramid Head. That's insane. You did it. The bastards did it. I think this is going to be my last match on this map because I do not like it. Holy crap. They still healed, by the way. He's trying you. Also, another problem with indoor maps is that auras are misleading as shit. They're probably on this one. I haven't checked this one in a little bit. They're not? Where the fuck are they? That one? I feel like I've walked by this one like 4 times. No. What are they doing? If only Pyramid Head teleported as a comment, his iconic tormenting strike, yes. If only Pyramid Head was a Triceratops, if only. We can only dream. We can only dream, chat. Oh, she didn't go to the window? Oh, fuck me. Good dodge, though. I am not hooking or caging her, and the reason why is because of Quentin. I want to keep him tormented if I can help it. Yep, there they go. That's what they were waiting for. What is the... Oh, okay, there's a door here. Yeah, they were waiting the moment I started... was that a 90-second chase? What? I'm sorry? Nope. That's way too far. Nope. You can't even double back. Oh my god, dude, fuck this map. Fuck, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. And now I lost her. She's probably in one of the buildings or... Is that... I thought this was her blood. She's not even injured. GG's. What legendaries would I like to see in game? What do you mean, like skin-wise? I really want sci-fi skins for a lot of the killers. I really want like a Terminator, not like a licensed version of it, but I want like a Terminator Trapper skin so bad. Like this building's fine once you're in the corner, but like I feel like that should be open. Like, I feel like there should be a wall right here, like a door right here, that leads from here. That way you can, like, go into it and then set up for the 50-50 at this doorway. And then, like here, like this window leads into here. I would be fine with this window, right? Why isn't this one way? I feel like this window should be one way. You jump through it, and then you've got the pallet over there and the pallet over there, right? Decisive Strike, Resurgence, Bounce, Landing, Adrenaline Rush, Unbreakable. Oh, Laura did have Unbreakable. Decisive Strike. Off the record. I haven't seen that in forever. Head on, Quick and Quiet, Sprint Pursuit. I guess I just swapped this for Corrupt. I just don't want to run Corrupt and Lethal, you know? It seems like... Throw on Zancian, see what happens. Wait, someone had Overcome Lucky Break? I didn't even notice that. Well, Quick and Quiet, we had that in the match before. Not Quick and Quiet, I'm sorry, Dance With Me. I always confuse them because they do basically the same thing. I know. I was being tilted. I'm going to play it. I have to learn the map somehow. I don't like going to work either. I still do it. From my experience, there was just a whole tweet. Yeah, well, that's the thing. This is the weird thing about the whole like map or the like map queue. I get why they're doing it, and I do think it's a good idea. The problem it runs into is just that Quick and Quiet, or not Quick and Quiet, Dance With Me, anything that hides your scratch marks is inherently more powerful on this map because of how it's designed. Not to say the map is well designed or anything. I'm just saying because of how this map works, hiding your scratch marks is a very powerful thing. Which means people can build for it. Did she take the vault still? I fucking hate this map. Oh my god. Hey, there's no pallets nearby. I know that for a fact. Thank you, Zancian. That's it. I mean, I don't have a problem with people playing sweaty. It's just, I don't know. I do enjoy John Chuckles Gamely. I've watched like 3. I've commented on like 2 of his videos, I think. Is this another fucking, what are you doing? Is this another Kate running the stupid... The stupid, not sabotage, but the breakout perk? Yeah, breakout, that perk? I can't tell if that was Lythe or if I just missed. There's no window here. Jesus Christ. Doing good, just struggling really hard on the new map. Alright, he's got that pallet, that window. They're running over to the right. They healed already, somehow. Oh my god, can I start chase? Probably didn't need to break it, but it is what it is. I still haven't started chase, by the way. Damn it! Ugh. I feel like I can't do anything right now. Really? We want to avoid it that much, huh? Okay, there's the Kate, who I keep thinking is Nia. I thought maybe we should free drop it. The fuck was that? Oh my god. And that's about the only thing I can do. I just have to be pinned, like, frame perfect with those. Send her to a cage. That wasn't auto-aim. I just swung and she vaulted the window super fast. Well, Michaela, you said no to every other torment. Why not this one? Are you fucking serious, Michaela? You're on Death Hook! Take the torment and oh my god. God, I hate people. Just take the torment, man. No, I see what you mean. Trust me, I was crashing out of bed a minute ago. Is this the one I haven't chased? Yes. No torment for me. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I tried to torment the person on Death Hook. Well, Corrupt's there to stop the early game from going, and Lethal's just to start the match as soon as possible. I know it's my crutch, but, like, I really like Lethal. But I also feel like I need Corrupt. See, I almost walked into that building out of habit. Lies away. Yep. Is she just gonna go back to the window? The one bright side is how predictable it makes them. This is fucking ridiculous, dude. She's not even chaining anything. I just have to walk around all of it, so it... Oh my god. Someone was here. Shouldn't drag pick that, but it's fine. What was that, God Pallet? Sorry, I'm an atheist. Alright, moving on. Yeah, hold W, the thing Pyramid Head struggles against the most. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Nope, not after what y'all put me through. You bought him? Hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. You bought him because of my last video. Konami, Konami. That's a check. That's a check right there, Konami. Gotta hear this. Why? Why wasn't it a good GG? I think they left. Okay. You didn't say the magic word. Ah. Holy shit. What did the what did Kate at? Windows, Lithe, Finesse, Bond. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna say I don't even think Ken does that well on that map. I don't even think Ken does that well on that map. I really don't. Why is there a skyscraper in the back left? Hang on. Has this always been here? What? Is it just there because of the new map? That's a bug. Of what? From the loading screen? I got a Chucky portrait. All right, there's a thing, isn't there? There's quests. It's John Skyscraper. John Okay, that got me. It's John Skyscraper. Jill the Skyscraper, yep. Jill and Jim. Jim and Jill. I don't even get to use Spearhead that much because I'm so, like, chase to chase on that map, I don't have time to look. You know who probably does like that map? Wraith, Myers, and I hear Chucky actually likes the map. I haven't played it as Chucky. I haven't played as Chucky on that map yet, but I've heard that he's okay. Because there's a lot of those loops are very scamper friendly. Of Jill the Skyscraper. It depends. Is it a bug or is it on purpose? If it's on purpose, never. If it's a bug, then it depends if the community actually gives it a name. Yeah, man, this map sucks. Don't be racist, I am a building? What the fuck is that from? You quoted it, so someone said it. Who said that? What context would that ever be appropriate to say? Ugh. Alright, the community likes it again. Peacekeeper, you know they fixed Glitch Trap, right? You know that, right? Oh. I don't watch ads, so sorry. No, my ravioli, no! No, I've checked. It depends on what you mean by quieter. Um, I've checked. I tested it for like 3 hours one day just to make absolutely sure. No, so somehow, okay. So here's the thing. You're technically correct. So what they ended up doing was Springtrap is quieter, Glitchtrap is louder. Technically, Glitchtrap still is quieter than Springtrap, but their audio decibels are actually exactly the same. The big difference is the distance at which they can be heard. Glitchtrap can be heard. I think you can not hear him. I swear the clinking is just louder. I did decibel testing. I didn't do it by ear. It's probably more distinct. That would probably make a difference. But it's not louder. They evened them out. If anything, last I checked, technically Glitchtrap is like I think 2 decibels louder than normal Springtrap now. It's just he isn't heard from as far away. That's the big difference. It's like an extra 4 meters or so. It's weird. It's like how Tiffany is technically quieter than Chucky, but not really. I see the don't be racist I am a building. I'm scared to click on this, and I will watch it after stream. I mean, I'm not getting much use out of Spearhead anyways. Fuck it. Only a day away. Wait, is it? Oh, right, it is. Is it the 20? Is it the 19th or the 20th when it releases? Oh, bro, switch to James Sunderland. He knows. No, that is the case, Peacekeeper. It's because they're two antithetical playstyles. That's the issue. It's always been the issue. I've said this for fucking years. It's like how in Overwatch, there's some maps where snipers thrive, but everyone else doesn't. Yeah, it's because they're two antithetical playstyles. Yes, walk into me. I cannot believe that fucking worked. You're that scared of getting tormented, Vittorio, really? Should have just taken the torment, went the other way. Antithetical? Two opposing concepts. I don't know if concept is part of the definition, but two opposing things, pretty much. They were on this gen. I just heard it going off. They touched it. I don't know how long they touched it, but they touched it. What fucking... Really? Really? If you didn't crouch, you probably would have made the pallet before me and been able to pre-drop it. Yeah, now what? Really, my guys? Really? Really? Holy crap. Do you have Decisive Strike, Leon? Because I think you have Decisive Strike. I'm just going to leave you on the ground. Just going to do that. Someone's coming for Leon. That's fine. What? Man, scratch marks are so fucked. Bye, Ada. I think it's been enough time. Has it? Hi, Vittorio. What the fuck? Either scratch marks are bugged or people are getting stupid good at manipulating them. And he doesn't dodge. Okay. Because why would he dodge? That's a situation where you don't dodge, chat. I can't believe you tunneled Leon, you monster. I just played as him in Requiem. I've earned my right. Speaking of, is this the Leon? I think it is. He tried so hard not to get tormented there. Leon, you know I can just do this and then just do this. Wow. What a play from the Leon. Yeah, Seda, get tormented again. Yeah, maybe Tableau of the Oppressor was the call, chat. Someone's on that gen. Good to know. I think for a minute there, the Leon was playing pretty well. He was dodging the torment like fucking crazy. Watch this. I was gonna say, I saw you go into the locker, I just didn't know which one. I have redeemed myself, by the way, of all the people who jumped in lockers in front of me and somehow got away. Hi, Ada. I don't know, James is pretty stealthy. Unfortunately. Good shit. Good shit. Yeah, worth a shot. There's no pallet here, you just die. You've been caged both times, so I know you don't have dead hard. I don't know, that's just human nature, Clown. When people get into a position of power, they will try to dominate the opposition. That's just human nature. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't do it, and I don't want you to sit there and act like you don't do it. We all do it. I cannot believe that hit. James, it's lore accurate, man. Hatch is right there, brother. Hatch is... You could have gotten it. If you just kept running, you could have gotten it. He did have Decisive Strike. Did the right thing. Let's go. That's why he was trying to not be fucking tormented the entire match. I can guarantee you that's why. Also, don't you love that we're all of a sudden seeing level 2, 1, 2, 3, 4s and fast tracks all of a sudden? Don't you just love that? It's almost like someone made a video on it or something recently, and people were like, oh shit, I have to unlock those perks now. This blows my mind that if you right-click on Vigil, it's all of this. Nah, fair enough, fair enough. I mean, it can be funny. Again, no, it's just human nature. Well, fortunately, I'm playing the one killer who doesn't give a fuck about Fast Track, because cages don't count towards it. Also, fun fact, if the new killer works how I think she will, or they will, because we don't know yet, if the new Angel Killer works the way that I think they will, because they said that it's not a hook state, it's similar to Pyramid Head's cages, that means they'll also counter it. Why am I putting points into V? Why did I do this? I mean, I don't care. I like V, but okay, fine. Okay, I think I'm done with the new map. Holy shit, that was frustrating. That being said, Tablet of the Oppressor seemed to be the game changer there, and the Ada being bad, but I didn't think the Ada was that bad. I mean, they didn't, though. Like, a lot of these, like, while the survivors are repairing a gen, they gain blindness and they gain exhausted. When they stop repairing a generator, this ends after 5 seconds. That is literally what Mindbreaker does, as opposed to its old description. That's way easier to explain. And then it tells you what blindness and exhausted do. The first time each generator has 90% progress, survivors repairing it get special skill checks. If they miss one of those or stop repairing, the generator is blocked for 20 seconds. I heard. I haven't watched the video. Technically, it's not a buff. That's the thing. It's a bug fix. That's not a buff. It buffs him, but that doesn't mean he got buffed. That's a different terminology. That would be like saying if, like, tomorrow behavior is like, we fixed a bug on Chucky where he doesn't lose his power, if he uses Slice and Dice too close to a window. That's a buff, yeah, but it's a bug fix. He got buffed, they didn't buff him. True, I mean, I do kind of miss the flavor text. I wish there was some way they could add it in. Like, maybe, like, right-click for extra info, and then left-click for, like, lore info. It's like Wesker. Like, they didn't... Okay, Wesker, quote-unquote, got nerfed, but they didn't nerf Wesker. They fixed his bugs. You know what I mean? Like, it's different. Like, when they lowered Houndmaster's cooldown to 3 seconds... when they lowered Houndmaster's cooldown 3 seconds, that is a buff. In the same patch, they fixed a lot of her bugs. Those buffed her by making her more consistent, but they weren't a buff to her. You know what I mean? Like, that's the difference. Lynx, honestly, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about half the time anymore. Whenever another survivor is hooked, you earn 3 tokens up to 9. When repairing, whenever you hit a great skill check, spend all tokens for each token as generated species permanently progress. I mean, it's no different than it used to be, other than it's permanent now, I guess is the difference. But again, I think it's supposed to be a comeback perk is the whole point of it. What was I saying? They finally fixed Wesker. They removed a lot of his text got removed because they fixed bugs. And people don't like it. A lot of people don't like it. I still have my stance on it. If it's not intended, I don't want it. I said the same thing about Chucky 180s. I said, and I'll say the same thing about everything else. I'm not biased to it. The issue I have is often when I don't know if it's unintended or not. A good example is like Pyramid Head being able to grab people who are uncaging. I still don't know if that's just an oversight or if it's genuinely supposed to be part of his power. Well, Clown probably not, because a lot of people stop playing Wesker because of it. So you're probably not going to see a Wesker, if I'm honest. If I'm honest with you. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're planning on doing it down the road, but I think for now they want to get rid of it as bugs so they can figure out how to do it intentionally. And maybe work it into add-ons and stuff. From what I understand, being able to queue the second bound easier actually makes it worse for a lot of people who enjoy Wesker. remember when we were talking about Springtrap speed? In what way? Like him getting faster after he throws an axe? Well, again, though, Clan, I don't mind exploits when they're turned into base game features. Again, I say this all the time. Hillbilly curves were an exploit. Worse how? Because it messes with muscle memory. It's the same reason, it's the same thing that Springtrap has to deal with sometimes. Because it readies. So, because there's a grace period encoded into Springtrap pulling his axe up, a lot of times you'll pull it up faster than it actually gets pulled up. With Wesker, it's worse though because people have been playing the character for years, so like it's ingraining, like muscle memory is being lost. It's the same thing that happened with Chucky when he got his nerfs, and when he slowed down, and a lot of the Chucky players or people who like mained the character couldn't handle it because of all the muscle memory from the old speed. It's a similar case to that. I just don't like that for consistency's sake, Darth. That's my only problem. I just don't like it for consistency's sake. It would be so weird that he's the only 4.5 and 4.75 movement speed killer. That would just be so weird. And then it makes math harder with the haste perks. That's why I think behavior sticks to increments of 5% on haste. I mean, I agree to an extent that 4.4 kind of sucks, but like I feel like a lot of it is there just to like Vecna being 4.4 makes sense. I think Springtrap being 4.4, most of the range killers being 4.4 makes sense. They have ranged attacks. The problem, and again, it stems to the same thing. I think most of the problems Dead by Daylight has isn't the perks, isn't the powers, isn't the add-ons. It's the maps. Yeah, that's part of the reason I don't want the range change on the axe. It messes with muscle memory a lot, and I think messing with the axe, I think the axe arc is so delicate for what it is. I mean, that's cute, but I don't think it's necessary. Because there's not much in this game that's not, like, the percentages are different, but most of the time it's usually a multiple of 5 of some kind. Unless it's seconds. Seconds are weird. Yeah, 5%. Like, how much does 5%? 75%, 15%, 5%, 25%, 25, 15. That's a, well, no, I guess 5% haste. 5%. Okay, that Iron Grasp was weird. 5%. 5%. 5%. Like, yeah. No, I agree. Again, like I've said before, like I don't think orbitals are like this magical, like missing puzzle piece for a lot of people, but I do think people try to play him like he's Huntress too much. And I think that's where they struggle a lot with Springtrap. And that's not how you should be playing him. You shouldn't be playing him like Huntress. You should be playing him like Springtrap. I'm not repeating anything you just said, Lynx, for so many reasons. No, I mean, the idea is cool. I just prefer consistency a lot of the times. That's just a me thing. Consistency and clarity is something I personally appreciate a lot. If your killer has a ranged attack, they're 110. That's just how I feel it should be. I think there should be exceptions, of course. I mean, like the terror radius changes they've been doing. I still think Trapper should have a 24-meter terror radius. Would it buff him in a significant way? No, not at all. Would it be nice? Yes, 100%. If your killer has setup time and has no mobility tool, I feel like... if your killer is a setup killer and has no mobility tool, I feel like 24-meter terror radius should be the standard. If your killer is just like a pretty basic killer like Pyramid Head or whatever, 32 meters is fine. And if your killer has a mobility tool they can use in chase, 40 meters I think should be the standard. She does. She moves at 4.8 in head form still. It's very unnoticeable. See if I can actually get used as a spearhead. Wraith should not be... Why should Wraith be 24 meters terror radius? I can't think of a reason why Wraith should be 24 meters terror radius. He has a map mobility tool. It's not the best one, but it's a map mobility tool. And he's undetectable for like half the match anyways. Honestly, Wraith could have a 40-meter terror radius and it wouldn't matter. He's the defined beginner stealth. That's why he can just lose his terror radius, though. He's also the defined, like, basic M1 killer. Yeah, well, Artist is in this weird place. Artist is in this weird place where she's a ranged trap killer, if that makes sense. That's how I like to describe her. Because it's kind of how she plays. If you stay at the loop, she's going to play like a trap killer. If you don't, she plays like a range killer. Because Wraith is stealth, and like all stealth killers, they have 24/16 if you're Myers. I was going to say Chucky has a 32. Is Sadako 24? I always forget. I feel like she's 24, and if she isn't, she definitely should be. Good dodge. I don't know why you left the loop. Hi, Fong. Man, it'd be a damn shame if I had, like, some kind of ability that avoids flashlights or some shit. Wouldn't that just be a shame, Fong? Wouldn't it be a shame just a little bit? Boop. No, I agree. I'm just saying. My main point with that statement was just like, what the fuck even is a dash killer or a stealth killer? Because I don't even know anymore. Wow, it's kind of funny how when the map isn't bullshit, I do just kind of fine. Is she going for Fong? Really, my guy? Really? That was the play? Okay. Whew. We'll see. I'm hoping for some more interesting options at the least. Not even close, baby. You hesitated. She's still here. Somewhere. There you are. Prediction shot. You know, sometimes they don't work out. Hey, Fong, you should have brought that new perk. That would have helped you there, I feel. Goodbye. It's harder to see Chucky with a glaring red stain because well, he also doesn't laugh. I think that's the other part people, like, really forget. I still got it. All these matches on the new map make me feel like I lost my touch. I have not lost my touch. I was gonna say, you guys don't finish that. I know you don't finish that. Okay, that was a good flashlight, all things considered. Not even close, baby! Should Spirit be 4.6? Not necessarily. I understand the reasoning why, but no, I don't think it's needed. I don't think it's needed at all. I feel like how powerful she can be, yeah. Are we going edge map against a Pyramid Head? Are we going edge map? Well, that's the thing. You also have to think about the people who can use her power really well. That's always going to be the issue with a killer like her. Thanks, Spearhead. You're the best. It's the same thing with Huntress, right? It's like, you know how people complain she has 7 hatchets? Well, part of the reason for the 7 hatchets is because we're trying to... Behavior, I feel, is balancing her around the bad and newer players, not the good Huntresses. So it makes the good Huntresses even fucking better. Maybe. Yes, I do remember when Iron Will was meta specifically because of Spirit. I remember when Iron Will got nerfed in 6.1. And I knew personally, this isn't me, like, this is anecdotal technically, but I'm not exaggerating. I knew personally 15 people who uninstalled and quit DBD forever because of the Iron Will nerf. Speaking of Iron Will, holy goddamn shit, why? Oh shit, background player, that's how she, okay. Alright, what did I count in this match? Unbreakable. Resurgence. I didn't really count her all that much this match. But that's the conundrum, right? The conundrum with, like, a killer like Spirit. Because, like, a lot of people keep saying... we should balance for the top, right? Well, the best spirits can basically fucking play the game blindfolded. Yeah, but, Clown, that's not a problem with the killer. That's a problem with the game. That's like when people complain about collision. That's not a problem with the killer. That's a problem with the game. But no, a lot of people still don't think Hunter should have gotten the 7 hatchets. I agree with them. I don't think she should have gotten the 7 hatchets. I think it was a stupid buff. Or the wind-up speed. I don't think she should have got faster wind-up either. I don't think she's overpowered or anything, and I think she's in a fine spot. It's just annoying. Because we know the reasons they did it. But yeah, it's the problem, man. It's people keep saying we need to buff for the top end until it happens to affect something that they don't feel like it should, like Spirit for some reason. Quick, equip Strider to completely negate Iron Will. No, it doesn't count it anymore. No. I mean, we're never getting a DBD 2. It's not happening for so many reasons. And they're doing what they can now. I mean, they do, but I still play it, so I can't really say anything. I'm a hypocrite. That's why I don't really talk about it that much anymore. There's no point. It's like saying, I wish I could afford a house. It doesn't matter what I say. Nothing's going to change that fact. People should be paid a livable wage. Yeah, they probably should, but what do you want me to do about it? You can vent to me, sure, I guess. I don't think it's really going to help much, though. I agree, Darth, but, like, there's also a line to that. Like, there are some accessibility features that do need to be in the game, right? I think we absolutely need a filter for flashlight that makes your screen black instead of bright white or yellow. I 100% think we need that. I think we need things to help hearing impaired. But the problem I have with it, because I have no problem with them doing it, I just want it done right and in a way that doesn't make it so that someone who isn't hearing impaired can just use it to just win, or not win, but to play against other spirits better. Because you could add a system that, like, has a radial view of which direction spirit's coming from. Well, then that just gets rid of all her mind games, and then now she just becomes a cookie cutter. Either she's fast enough to hit you or she isn't kind of killer. It's a good idea. Like, it would help people with hearing impairments. Same when you're playing as spirit, but that gets rid of the part of the part of playing her. It's a hard thing to do correctly. I don't know. And you know, like, people are talking in chat. I mean, I've said it before. I almost quit. I talk about this a lot. Does anyone know the time I almost quit DVD? Does anyone remember? And if you remember when, do you remember why I almost quit? I almost quit DVD the same time a lot of people almost quit. The difference is my reason. I almost quit DVD during the anti-tunnel PTB, the first one. Not for the reasons anyone thinks, though. Yeah, I almost left because the community was eating itself alive. And I didn't want to be a part of it anymore. I'm all for criticism. I really am. But man, it becomes a point where I'm just like, I work my job, I pay my bills. I don't need the constant reminder of the negativity. All the fucking time. All the time. The game's bad. This perk is OP. This perk is broken. This perk is busted. This killer needs nerf. This killer needs buff. Like, at a point, it's just like, killer is unplayable. Like, I hear that one all the time, too. That's another thing. I also hate hype. I hate hyperbole when we're trying to have a discussion about something. I hate that shit so goddamn much. I think if you're doing it as an example, I think it's fine, but when you're saying it as a statement is when I have a problem with it. Clown, doesn't it have a range? Am I wrong? No! Oh, never mind, it doesn't have a range. Wow, that straight up just counters barbecue. And friends. Wait, do you scream with elusive? No. The thing is, though, I think some of the whinging and stuff, like, I think it's justified. I just hate seeing it all the time. I like 9.2. I was enjoying the game. And that's why I almost left. Because I was, like, one of the few people actually enjoying the patch. Yeah, clown, but nobody cares that it counters Alien Instinct. Come on. Come on. Like, we actually give a fuck. Come on. I apologize to all my Alien Instinct enjoyers. I'm sorry. It's true, though. We all know it's true. I don't know. It's just like, I'm at a point in my, like, and I don't want to make this like the youngins or anything. It's just like I'm at a point in my life where like I just can't be mad at most things. I just can't. I play it up a little, obviously, like the map, the games we were having on the new map. Like, yeah, a little heated. Um, and it wouldn't bother me so much if it wasn't everybody. It's the fact that it's always everybody. And it also bothers me so much. I've done the math. Do you guys know how many more, not per video, by the way. I'm not talking per video. Do you know how much DVD YouTube views go up when the game is in the quote unquote worst state it's ever been? Cuz I checked. I did math on like 200 DVD videos during times when the game was in a really bad state and during times when it was in a good state. Do you want me to tell you the math I figured out from this? I should probably redo that one day. During the times that Dead by Daylight is in a bad state, YouTube views go up by almost 400 fucking percent. Well, that's the thing. If everyone's fed up with it, then leave. I don't want the game to die. They don't want the game to die. But if it's gonna die, just let it die. That's my point with it. If everyone is, and people are, and that's fine. That's how you get them to listen. Not the bitching, not the complaining, not like, just fucking, just leave. Jack kind of is. Artist is. I can't even think of a time Artist has really been that bad, honestly. No, that's definitely but the thing is though, clown, I checked it against Overwatch and did the same experiment. I did the same experiment with Overwatch. Overwatch views only went up by 200% during its bad times. It's just, again, I'm just tired. It's like when you watch someone who's in a relationship. When you watch someone who's in a relationship that clearly is toxic. It's clearly bad for both or one of them. And they keep telling you over and over again about how bad it is and like what all the problems are and how they want to leave and then they never do it. And it's just it gets frustrating, especially when it makes you feel like an outcast. There are other options. No, there aren't other ASIMs, and there aren't other games that really play like Dead by Daylight. But that's the other thing that pisses me off is when those other games come out and people don't go to them for very long. Yes, they have their problems, but like it frustrates me so much. It's like the people who complain about COD getting stale every year and still fucking buy it. It took almost, what, 20 years and people are finally starting to not buy it every year? It's just like, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like at a point, it's just frustrating to be a part of. Probably 0, because I would sound like I'm not honest. That's why I don't do negative videos. I know they'd get more views. I could probably spring up a shitty thumbnail like I usually do and be like, Dead by Daylight is failing, or the new map is the worst map of all time. But like, I like my videos of me to be honest. And I just don't have that in me. It's just like, I'm not that person. I haven't been for a long, long time. I still express criticism, I just don't do it the way other people do. That's the problem. AI generated thumbnail with a behavior look. I don't need AI for that. No, I can do it. Fuck, I'll do that shit on my own. MS Paint that bitch. No, that's why I don't do negative videos. Again, I know they would get more views. I don't like doing them. I never have. That's part of the reason I stopped the discussion videos, because most of them trended more towards negative, and it was hurting my mental. I'm just generally not a negative person. I'm not a positive person either. I'm a pretty neutral guy. That's how I tend to be. It's just... Like, I'm the guy you'll go to a restaurant with, they'll get your order wrong, and my first thought isn't to go back to the... My first thought is, okay, I'll just eat it anyways. That's my first thought. Not go to the chef and complain. Not have them remake it. It's just eat what I have. If I don't like it, I won't come back. That's just the kind of person I am. And I'll still tip 20%. That's just how I am. I don't know what to tell anybody. Again, I could, like, you could argue, like, the comparing killers video was kind of negative, but it was more negative towards the community, not towards the devs or the game. That barely looks like them. it's Pyramid Head, but, like, he's got a cube instead of... I don't know. It's just like, I just don't have it in me anymore. I'm too old. I'm not too old, but I feel too old for it. Like, I get mad at customers at work, right? But, like, not directly. It doesn't last long. I remember this happened yesterday, actually, or was it yesterday? Yeah, I was at work yesterday. This happened yesterday, actually. I had a guy call me about battery terminals. For those who don't know, I sell car parts for a living. I had a guy. This is relevant, I promise. I had a guy call me, or no, it was his wife. His wife called me about car or battery terminals. For those who don't know, you cannot look up battery terminals for a vehicle. You cannot do that. The reason why is because they're not manufacturer standard. They are usually kind of just jury-rigged onto there, especially on older vehicles. So the only way to know what you need is you just have to know and see it and buy it. So when I told her this, not like in that tone or anything, I was like, well, miss, I can't look up battery terminals. they're not really something you can look up because they're not manufacturer standard. And she was like, okay, and then she hung up the phone. 10 minutes later, 10 minutes fucking later, her husband calls. I picked up the phone as it started ringing, and I don't think he knew, but he called me an idiot under his breath. And then he started describing the battery terminal to me, and I told him we had it once he described it. Then I hung up the phone. Do I hate that he called me an idiot? Yes. Am I gonna, like, be hateful about it? No, not really. Who cares? He's probably having a rough day. I don't know. For all I know, the man just got off work, off of, like, a 60-hour work week. You know? I don't know his life. Getting mad at him doesn't solve anything. He's still gonna come in and buy them. It's just, I'm just over it. I've never really been a hateful person. I used to rage a lot when I was younger. I'd say in my early 20s, I used to rage all the time. But I've just gotten over it, man. I just can't do it. I'll play, like, Overwatch with friends sometimes, and they'll be raging at something or getting mad at something. And for the most part, I'm kind of just quiet, just chilling playing. Even if it's against something broken. That's just how I am. Look, I mean, you joke, Lynx, and I know you're being hyperbolic, but, like, I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know, and I don't want to add to that pile, so I just nod my head and be like, okay, I've got it. Come in and get it. Now, if he keeps being a dick, that's different. But, like, yeah, well, one time slip up, I don't care. A woman comes in, gets mad at me for not being able to put her battery in because it has a fucking air filter over it and we're not allowed to take those off. Yeah, I'm not going to be mad at her. I'm just telling her the policy and I'm moving on with my day. The ironic thing, too, chat, the ironic thing, too, I get more negative reviews from customers at my job than anyone else. And it's not even because I'm not nice. So I have my days, don't get me wrong. Some days I'm a fucking asshole. I will be honest to that. But, it's because I follow policy too much. I worked 48 hours in the mods! Or was yeah, again, I used to be like that. I can't anymore. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience. I'm too, what's the psychological term? Is it I'm too agreeable. I try my best not to make anyone mad. Or more mad than they already are. It's just who I am, how I've been. I love this game. I still have fun with this game. That last match was fun. As much as I was hating on the new map, a couple of those matches still had their fun moments. That's what I tell people all the time, and I've said this multiple times. Playing the game for moments or like with a goal in mind, is way better than just playing the game. It's just an emotional response, Darth. That's all it is. It makes sense why people do it, but, like, I don't know. Again, I just can't anymore. I'm just done with it. Me raging about the game, making forums posts, talking about what should be done. Like, I'm just, it's pointless, so I don't. It's just, again, it's just how I am. I get balance takes here and there, but I don't do it nearly as much as I used to. I mean, yeah, again, I wake up, go to work, come home, stream, or work on a video. That's my day. That's it. That's my entire day. I don't go anywhere. I don't talk to anybody. Not to get too much into my family life, and I won't say who it was, but you know, I came home one day. This happened a few months ago, actually. I came home one day, and the cops got called right after okay, let me set the scene here. I get off work, I come home, I'm eating dinner. I get a phone call that the cops are at one of my family members' house, and I have to go pick up my nieces and nephews. And I had no at least at the time, no complaints. It is what it is. I think I canceled stream that night. I drove right over there, picked them up, took them where they needed to go, figured out what had to be done, and then left. I didn't get mad at anybody. Getting mad at people doesn't fix anything most of the time. Which I think is fine. If you're mad at it because you're passionate about it, that's perfectly fine, but you have to control it to a degree. There is a limit to that. If you are so passionate about something, the only thing you get from it is anger and rage, I don't think it's worth it. That's being toxic to yourself. Like, I get the argument of, I'm so critical because I love this thing. I do understand. Oh, with my family, no, I wasn't worried at all. Trust me. There's a reason I know every cop in this town. And they know me. Trust me, guys, if I went into my family life, you guys would be fucking in, like, desperate shock. A reminder, I've had to put one of my parents in a chokehold before. A reminder for that. What was I even saying? Oh yeah, the passion thing. Like if you're like I'm critical of the game because I love it, I'm fine with that. I think that's fine. But if you're only critical about the game and there's like no praise of any kind, at that point, I do have to start asking the question, do you enjoy the game? What do you like about the game? What is it that makes you passionate about the game? Because again, there becomes a point where like I stop seeing the passion and I only see the anger and the vitriol and the resentment. You know? And I see like every video game suffer from this. I was talking about it in someone's server. Hot take, I think video games stopping multiplayer sequels is one of the worst things that's happened to anything, or to the gaming industry. Not necessarily live services. That doesn't necessarily mean that. I wish we could go back to a time when a game like Halo would release a game like every 3 or 4 years, rather than just updating the one game the whole time. But balance-wise, it's frustrating. But then we had to ask the question, and I ask this all the time, is it supposed to be balanced? In favor of either side or the other? No, you don't. But sometimes when the kind words don't work, you feel like you need to be cruel or rude. When the flowers stop working, you gotta throw some rocks. Unfortunately, that's just how it be sometimes. And the thing is, and I blame behavior for this. I blame behavior for this sometimes, but the only time it seems they do listen is when we're throwing rocks. And that is unfortunate. And the thing is, it's not when some of us throw rocks, it's when all of us throw rocks. And that frustrates me to no fucking end. I do see a fun game with potential, and this game specifically shows me that no matter what, you should not give up. Not even just the gameplay, but also just DBD's history in general. I mean, fair enough. I don't know. We'll see. Like, I've seen games come back from worse. Personally, though, like, I'd rather the game... I don't know. I was going to say I'd rather the game be functional than balanced, but, like, technically speaking, a lot of things don't work either. It's not supposed to be balanced by design. That's the problem, though. That's the other question you have to ask. Does this format even work? Look at that. Even Pyramid Head looked at me. Does this format even work? Because it ignores so many philosophies of, like, general game design. Because it has to. I've said this before. It's like, Survivor's a good example. And I think I brought this up last night with Jeff Kaplan's interview on Overwatch and matchmaking. And he said the problem they had was they made the game too team-focused, which meant that the individual skill couldn't be shown off. Or, not shown off, but, like, the individual skill didn't matter as much. Which didn't really make people want to be good or play the game that much. And Dead by Daylight suffers from this because on the Survivor end, how much agency do you give an individual survivor versus the team? And then you have to verse that versus the killer. Right? If someone is good enough on Survivor, should they be able to run the killer for 5 gens? Not taking perks into account. If someone is good enough on Survivor, should they be able to run a killer for 5 gens? Because by all game logic and design, the answer should be yes. But you can't do that in a game like this because of how it functions. It should work as a casual experience with one strong power roll. But then the question becomes, is the not power roll fun? Is the non-power roll fun? Because, and I know Lynx is bringing up a lot of the ASIM Roblox games. Don't sit here and tell me none of those don't have balancing problems. Because they do. I've seen them firsthand. Even Evolve had balancing problems. A lot of them. It had the opposite issue of Dead by Daylight, and it also had the problem of pacing. At least DBD doesn't usually have that problem. It's also, again, like, it also comes back to map design and killer disparity as well. It's like, who are we balancing the game around? Because if it's the top ends, then the casual players are fucked. But if it's the casual side, then it screws the veterans. Yeah, no, it can be more fun than DBD at times. I don't disagree. I'm just saying that's my point though. Is they're still thriving where they are, and DBD's still thriving where it is. Hi, Miller. I think it still is beating DBD's player count at the moment. But it should also be noted that it's Roblox, it's free, and it's free to play. Can't you play Roblox on your phone? Am I wrong? That's not me picking a side either, by the way. The numbers are great. I'm glad Forsaken's doing as good as it is. And I really wish the team could make a game outside of Roblox and make it official. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just like, as frustrating as DBD can be, I still have fun with it on Killer. I don't play Survivor. That should be proof enough, shouldn't it? Then why would you play Survivor, though, clown? Because that's the other thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't the Roblox games, at least most of them, don't you like, you don't pick which role you want. You queue up and it gives you the role at random. That's something else, because that's something Friday the 13th did too. You didn't pick Jason. It randomly made you Jason. It's funny because I actually think that would be one of the solutions to Dead by Daylight, but they would never fucking do that. Like most horror games, I don't know. I just don't think it works. I think it can, but like you'd have to be very careful with it. I think I'd stop playing the game. Genuinely, if I feel like the game was like that, I would stop playing it. It's like VHS when they added Danger Sense. I kind of got bored. It was a good feature and it was needed, but once they added it, Monster got too easy. And I was just like, I'm not having fun anymore. I don't know. Again, it could just be a me thing. That's for sure. It's not random as you can actually increase or straight up disable your number in the queue. Oh. I don't know, man. It's just like I just don't think it's that. I just don't think it's as simple as just like, because it has to be fun for both sides. And the thing is, while I do agree that the horror experience on the Survivor side could work, I don't think it would hold it long enough to work. And the reason why I think that's the case, Texas Chainsaw is a good example. Except in the opposite direction. Texas Chainsaw had other issues. Don't get me wrong; it had way many other issues. Um, but like I remember the first week of Texas Chainsaw, people were like scared. That was the thing. This actually, no joke. This happened today to me. I was playing Resident Evil Requiem today, and she was in here, Misty, my girlfriend. I was streaming it to her, and she wasn't getting upset about it, but she said I was playing it really weird because I wasn't playing it like a horror game. I was like running past enemies. I wasn't really being very slow. Like I wasn't like I wasn't like John Ramboing the shit, but like I just yeah. It the problem so clown what happened the biggest thing with CCM was that it wasn't necessarily that they were balancing, they ran into the issue of kind of the opposite of what DBT's kind of running into now, is that on the killer side in Texas Chainsaw, they were balancing it around the assumption that all three of you were communicating, and on the survivor side that you weren't communicating and just playing solo. So that had a lot of balancing issues because of that. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea, Lynx. I don't. Again, like someone just wants to hop on and play killer. It also doesn't. It also helps that the matches in like Forsaken, they're like 2 minutes long. And I've watched a couple of people playing like some of their matches will be like 30 seconds, and then they're into the next match. I don't know. Like I'm curious what's gonna happen. That's all. Killers have no terror rating, so it's just the jump scare simulator pretty much, which is fine. I just don't think like I think for a game that's fine. I don't know. Again, it's just like Atlas Trials is very popular as a multiplayer variant. I mean, Atlas Trials has a lot going for it, though. To be fair, and it's a completely different thing from DBD. Hell, I don't get scared in Outlast Trials either. I play Outlast Trials just because my friends play it. Personally, I actually don't like Outlast Trials that much. I like a lot of the unique things about it, but I don't find it that fun. Not because it's a horror game. I just think it's very binary. I don't really enjoy Outlast as a franchise, or not. I enjoy Outlast as a franchise. I do not enjoy it as a game, if that makes any sense. Teamwork is the dream. Work is the only, as survival is the only goal. Yeah, no, I understand that, and that's fine. But like, again, I'm okay with copying ideas from other games, but I don't I don't want DBD to just be those Roblox games. Not because they're any worse, just because like I would like you DBD to keep what it is at the very least. I don't know. Again, that's the thing. I don't know. And I don't have opinions about it either way, like, very strongly. I mean, if DBD comes out with a patch tomorrow that I don't like, I'll quit the game. I've done it before with other games. I played League of Legends for 5 years straight and I quit it because I didn't like the direction the game was going. Same thing with Rainbow Six. Same thing with Overwatch. Same thing with Halo. Same thing with Fortnite. Like, I've quit so many games just because I didn't like the direction they were going in. I would like to go back to them someday. I played League a couple matches here and there over the past couple years. I had my fun. Same with Apex. I have like 200 hours in Apex somehow. I don't even remember those 200 hours. I don't remember anything from it. And it took me 200 hours to realize the game wasn't for me. And then I uninstalled and quit. Haven't touched it since. I don't know. Again, I don't know. We'll see. I can't say much, but the info I do know, we'll see. That's all I can say. I have hopes for the game this year. I'm not going to be the guy who's like, the last year was actually a really good year. I'm not that delusional. There were some good things about last year, but the bad definitely outweighed the good. Among Us works as a social game, though. That's the problem it has. If you want proof, go play it by yourself with randoms, without a mic. And Lethal Company was PvE. And hell, Lethal Company actually, in my opinion, gets less fun when you start playing. Because if you start playing Lethal Company efficiently, it's boring as shit. That's the reason I stopped playing Lethal Company. I didn't find Lethal Company that fun either. It had its funny moments, but I was playing it efficiently when I started playing the game, and I just got bored. I don't think we need to make the distinction. I think we just need to understand what we want it to be. And what the devs want it to be. I've said this for a while. That's been my biggest frustration with Dead by Daylight, is not necessarily the direction it's going in. It's not the balancing decisions. It's the community's reaction to things, and that I do not know the direction the devs want to take the game. That has always been my problem with it. If they want to make it a competitive game with better balance, I'm fine with that. If they want to make it more of a fun niche party game, I'm also fine with that. I just wish we knew, and we don't, and I feel like the devs don't either. And that, I feel, is part of the problem. Because, again, it feels like a lot of the issues this game has do eventually get fixed. But it feels like they're getting fixed reactionarily, not proactively. That's why whenever I see changes that they do that seem like proactive changes, that seem like changes to, like, future-proof the game, I applaud it. Like, the haste stacking stuff, I thought that was great. Community didn't like it, but I thought it was great. To be fair, most of the communities kind of changed their tune on that one, by the way. Because it future-proofed the game so they could introduce more haste perks, or haste and hinder perks into the game, make them more powerful individually so you don't have to do a whole build around them. Then they got rid of it. Because the community didn't like the idea. I mean, again, it's just, I don't know. And as far as the distinction between party and comp, in my opinion, the most party this game would have been was 9.2. Well, horror is a broad label. It's horror adjacent. Technically speaking, Dark Souls is a horror game. Again, I wish I could have a better opinion on it, and I just don't. There's still some people who enjoy. Again, I still enjoy the game. That's the thing. And I don't think it's as broad as saying it's for everyone. And I think we also have to remember the game is a business. So they're trying to, like, experiment and see which metrics work the best, unfortunately. I don't know, we'll see. And again, like, some people will say I'm being toxic, or it's toxic positivity on my end. I'm not trying to be toxically positive. I'm just trying to see what the game is now. And what I can glean from it then. Am I still enjoying it? Yeah. Am I still having fun? Yeah. I have nothing to complain about. And people can say it's just me, like, taking the slop and eating it, but, like, I mean, if I enjoy it, why not? Like, I think only you really want Roxanne added to this game. I don't know. It's just, again, it's one of those things. I'm just. And it's one of those things also where my experience isn't everyone's experience. My opinions aren't everyone's opinions, obviously. People have the right to have their opinion on how the state of the game, where it's going, what they want. I know it's riveting gameplay. It's just I don't know. I don't know what more I could possibly do. The fate of this game hinges on mine and her shoulders. Unfortunately, she's been crushed by a fast forklift, so good luck with that. Um, and again, if the game dies in a year because of the decisions the company made, that's on them, not on any of us. And I'm not even saying they shouldn't fix the game or balance it better or do this and that. I'm just dealing with what we have. That's what I'm trying to do. %? I think like half of my 100 hours is yapping. Yeah. I don't know. It just is what it is in my mind. That's just I've talked about this to so many people. It's just how my brain works. Yeah, I'll complain. I'll get a little mad, but like at the end of the day, it is what it is, and I'll deal with it. Like when I went to the hospital a few weeks ago, and the VA denied my insurance claim, I could fight it. I could, but it's not worth it. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the headache. I'll just pay it. Fuck it. It is what it is. Some guy randomly punches me in the face. Who cares? Move on. Especially if it's a random dude. I don't care if he punched me in the face. The thing is, when VHS happened, the player base was extremely fed up at that time, too. Because that was right when Singularity dropped. Or, I'm sorry. That was right before these two dropped. I think it was actually during the time these two dropped. And people were sick of the 3-gen meta. And VHS still failed. It would take a fucking miracle. I mean, you should. You should definitely take a break, but, like, there's only so much you can do that, too. I don't know. Again, it just gets to a point to where, like, I just don't want to waste my breath, you know? The game is what it is. And if the devs don't listen as much as we all say they don't, then why are we even talking? Nah. Nah. I mean, if someone punched me in the face, I'm probably stabbing them in the ankle, but, like... Yeah, in general, nah. I'm probably not going to punch back. There's no point. I don't know. He might have had a good reason to punch me. Who cares? I'll live. That's the thing. Again, I'm not kidding when I say I'm not an angry guy. I don't get mad about much. The only thing that really makes me mad is when people lie to me. On purpose. Let me rephrase that. When people lie to me on purpose. I do not get upset when people are just ignorant. There's a difference there. Give me your ankle. I mean, sure, I just... I'm a short person, so ankles are like that's where I gotta go. I don't know. It's just like I'm just a very I don't know how to explain it. Apathetic is the wrong word. I joke that I'm apathetic, but like I'm not. I clearly care. I just don't. I don't know what the right word is. Because again, apathy would imply that I don't give a fuck about anything, but I do. I clearly care. If I didn't care, I wouldn't play the game. I wouldn't make content on the game. I wouldn't test all the shit I do. I'm just very like, eh. Who gives a fuck? It's just a game. Use your bayonet for self-defense. Yes, I just carry around a gun with a bayonet on the end of it. It's not loaded or anything. It just has a bayonet. I don't know. Chad, I do think we're gonna call it a night there, though. We played a little bit. Honestly, we played about as many games as we usually do. I kind of rushed through the game matches before the app session. Um, I do appreciate the people who do stay and listen to it, though. Again, I know my opinions are not the bayonet. I know my opinions are not like. They're not like the common consensus, but like I'm not going to be sitting here saying like my opinions must be right because I'm not just following what everyone else is saying. I hear what everyone else is saying, and I agree with it to an extent. I mostly don't have a problem with what people say. It's how they say it. Yeah, we can do an animal. Does anyone have an animal in mind? We can do an animal. While I'm talking. Aim for the banana, stay for the pet. Perspective can be, as long as I say this, I said this before, right? I don't care what you believe, as long as you know why you believe it. There are exceptions. A corgi. Have we done a corgi? I don't think we've done a dog. Have we done a dog? I feel like we haven't. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. He's beautiful. Yeah, with exceptions, of course. Like if you're a racist bigot, yeah, probably reconsider your life choices. But you know, like in general, like as long as you know why you believe what you believe, and it has some form of justification, I'm genuinely fine with it. You know. Oh damn, that's gonna be too big. I gotta make the corgi smaller. It was you the whole time, Jimson. We gotta keep the collar on. I don't know, it's just like... I don't know how to really... Unintentional symbolism. Did you just pick a corgi just because they're cute and didn't remember? Actually, no. That's a Shiba Inu. Never mind. That's not a corgi. Yeah, Mia's a Shiba Inu. Also, a reminder that I joined Dead by Daylight in arguably its worst state it's ever been in. Right before 6.1 is when I joined. So, like, that might also be where my perspective is coming from. So, like, I think like a good example is like when I was explaining why like why I was explaining kind of like if I get like bad food at the restaurant, I won't go complain to the chef or anything. Like, but why don't you do that? You should do that. You deserve good food. You paid for it. It's because I've worked in a kitchen before. I know how annoying and bad it can be in there. Like, again, when I work for like it's like when I'm like working with like customer service people, it's like I've been customer service. I know how annoying this can be to deal with. So I'm not going to make your day any harder, just like I wouldn't want anyone to make my day any harder. And like people can say it makes me a doormat and whatnot, but like I don't know. I work in fast food now. I have new insight into their plate. You work at fucking Chick-fil-A. That place is terrible to work at, from what I hear. I don't like that. Hang on. I don't like that he's coming off the screen there. Gonna fix that. There. It's not perfect, but it works. Hooray! Corgi head. But think of the symbolism, you're so right. Terrible, not really. Demanding, yes. Yeah. But, Chad, I think with that, I actually have a headache from talking that much. That normally never happens. Oh my god, it's been so long. Ugh. I also, before we do leave, it does bring me. There is one question about Dead by Daylight I do have to ask, and I used to ask this question about League of Legends and Apex, all of these other games all the time. Are these games meant to be played as much as we play them? That's a genuine question, and I think it's an important one. Is Dead by Daylight meant to be played like 3 hours a day, 5 days a week? Or is it meant to be played like 2 hours on the weekend when you're drunk with your friends? I don't know. Yeah, just last little thought while I was thinking about it. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think we're doing all add-ons tomorrow. At least that's the plan. So we should get a few hours on P-Head tomorrow because of that. I know it's been a weird week. Also, because we're done with Silent Hill F, we'll be back to streaming DVD on Mondays. So that should get our fucking... It is a preference question, but it's also a question the devs have to ask what kind of game they want. But that's the question. Like, the most fun I had in League of Legends was when I would play it like once a week. The time I was the most miserable was when I was playing League of Legends every day. And it makes me wonder if maybe the game is designed to only be played like once a week. Same with Dead by Daylight. Maybe it's not meant to be played as much as some of us play it. But in any case, settle with that question for now. I'm going to let my voice... I'm going to let my voice settle. Anyways, I love you guys as always. Have